Welcome back, guys. This is Chicken Google Soup with another tutorial in Blender, and today this one's going to be pretty short. I'm just going to teach you all how to rig an eyeball properly in Blender. For your creature models, sometimes you'll notice that you want to make eye bones that move the eye around in the eye socket, just for that added realism. But sometimes when you move the bone in pose mode, when you rotate it, sometimes the eye will rotate right out of socket. And I'm going to show you how to prevent that from happening. So this creature needs eyes first of all. First of all, we're going to add an eyeball with the Add tool, Mesh, UV Sphere. I'm going to make it pretty simple, 13 by 13. And we're going to reposition the eye into the head in edit mode. And we're going to rotate it accordingly so that it looks like it's looking out of the socket with the R key. And with the G key, we're going to reposition the eye into the socket. Until there's no hole left in the eye socket. That's important if you don't want to see through your character's head. Now we've got an eye in position. Now we're going to rig the eye to the eye bone. So we're going to go into modifiers and add armature modifier, the object which is named rig, and then we're going to go to the vertex groups tab, where we will add the name of the bone that we want to rig to, which is eye.L, or left eye. Now we go into weight paint mode by first selecting the rig and then the eye. Go into weight paint and make sure that you are on the left eye. Now add weight to the eye. This might take a while if I'm zoomed in, so let's keep zoomed out. Actually, view, local view. There we go. Now, go back into global view and test out your eye. Rotate it, and you see how it's flying out of the socket here when you rotate it? That's what I'm talking about, what needs to be fixed. And this is a very easy way to do it. If your eyeball is a perfect sphere, this is the easiest way to get your eyeball to move properly in the socket. It requires editing the bone in edit mode. So first, we're going to select our eye, which is a perfect sphere, and it has to be a perfect sphere for this to work. So we're going into edit mode, and you see that circle right here, that's the center of the object. We want the bone's head to be in the center of the sphere. And in order to do that, we're going to pull out the properties, and we're going to look for median right here. And we're going to copy these values from the eye into the bone, like so. So you press here to set the value of the X, but instead of setting it, we're going to Control C to copy. And then we're going back into edit mode for the eye bone. And right here where it says head, we're going to Control V the position of the eyeball's median in the head of the bone. I'm going to want to make sure X mirror is on too, so you don't mess up the other side of the head. Now, we're going to do this for all of them. So now we're going to edit the Y. Control cut. And, oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Control V, Control paste. And now the Z. Control C, object mode, Control V. Now the head of the eye bone is in the median of the sphere. So when you go into pose mode, you see it's not flying out of the socket anymore. And this is how you rig an eye to your armature so that it doesn't look wonky. And you can test some poses with your creature just to make sure it's working right. And if you want to fine-tune things, you can also sculpt the eye socket to close any holes that you have. So this is just a little bonus. Not really a part of the main tutorial, but I can show you how to make your eye look a little less cartoony. Even though cartoony is my style, I still want to maintain a little semi-realism. So we're going to add an eye corner. To keep the eye from looking like it's just set there, if you know what I mean. And we're going to bring this eye corner to a nice taper. We're just forming the lids. We're going to add an eyebrow. The inflate tool. This will keep your eyes from popping out from the top and bottom. Add a little bit of cheek. Set your eye to smooth. And give it another test. You see there's no significant movement. Now, if your eyeball has more rings and more segments, it'll look even smoother than this. But since I went for a low poly eye, you can still see some movement. In order to fix that, all you have to do is subdivide the eye, and it'll move a lot more smoothly. You might have to adjust the median again. Oh, it looks fine. Okay, and now that is how you rig an eyeball. See you in the next tutorial, where I will teach you how to rig multiple of the same copy of items. This includes teeth, spikes, feathers, and any other thing that requires more than one copy of itself. See you next time on Chicken Google Soup.